Hello students, today in this video we will discuss the numericals based on the heat, that is having three formulas. We know H is equals to VIT, H is equals to I square RT and H equals to V square over R multiplied by T, right? So first type of question based on heat I will consider from your worksheet. Okay, so question number 3 we will look into a current of 2 ampere passing through a conductor produces 40 joule of heat in 5 seconds. What will be the resistance of the conductor? Okay, in this case the question is very simple. Something is given and other thing we have to find out. So let's say what is given. Question number 3, in this case current is given I is equals to 2 ampere, heat is equals to 40 joules and time is also given 5 seconds, right? And simply we have to find out the resistance. So we see I, H and T are given. So in this second formula we can use this. R we can find using I, T and H. Okay, so second formula is I square RT is equals to H. So what is I? No, we have to find out R. R is H upon I square T. I square T, right? So what is H? H is given as 40 joule and I is 2 ampere, that is 2 square, that is 4 multiplied by T is this. So 40 by 20 it is equal to 2. So R is equals to 2 ohm. Simply we can find out the resistance or we can find out the heat using these kind of formulas. Now second type of the question is given in question number 4. Two resistances of 20 ohm and 60 ohm are connected to a battery of potential difference 10 volt. Compare the ratio of heat produced in 1 minute in the two resistances. Okay, if there are two resistances, say 20 ohm and 60 ohm, and they are connected to potential difference 10 volt. So what is given? V is given and R is given. We have to compare the ratio of heat produced in 1 minute, that means T is also given. Now how to do this kind of question? We have to compare, right? So first case and second case we need to compare, right? So in this case for question number 4 there are two resistances. One is 20 ohm, another is 60 ohm. Okay, and they are connected with a potential difference of 10 volt. Now it is not given in the question that how they are connected. So first of all we can compare with respect to parallel combination and we can then compare with respect to series combination. Okay, so first of all I am considering series combination. If these two resistances are connected in series, so this is R1 and this is R2 you can say, and V in both the cases is 10 volt. Okay, and time is 1 minute, that is 60 second. Time here also 1 minute, that means 60 second. Okay, now for series combination, heat produced in both the cases. Okay, sorry, first of all we will consider parallel combination. Why I am saying? Because I have written already potential difference 10 volt, and in parallel combination potential difference remains same across both the resistances. So we will consider H is equals to V square over R multiplied by T. This formula we are going to use. In the first case, what is the heat produced, and in the second case, what is the heat produced. In the both the resistances, we need to find out the heat produced if they are connected in parallel combination. Okay, so if we are finding the heat produced in the first case, that is V remains same but resistance is different, so it will be R1. Time is same, so I will keep T as it is, and in this case it will be R2. Okay, so heat can be found using this formula. 10 square divided by R is 20 multiplied by T is 60 seconds. So what it will be? It will be 10 multiplied by 10, 100, and that will be as 300 joules. So heat in first case is 300 joule. In the second case, this is 10 square again multiplied by 60 divided by 60. Okay, so this is cancelled, so what it will be? It will be 100 joules. So heat in both the cases will be different, and what is the ratio of heat produced in the first resistance to heat produced in the second resistance? This will be 300 divided by 100, that will be 3:1. Okay, in series combination, what will be the case? Let us consider that. So in series combination, we know that current remains same. If 20 ohm and 60 ohm are connected in series, your I will be same, and they are connected to a potential, they are provided potential difference. What amount of potential difference they are provided? 10 volt to both of them. Okay, now if I is same, heat produced can be found by using this formula, H equals to I square R T, because I is same. R is given, we don't know V. Okay, so no need to find out V itself, we can use this formula. Okay, we can find out V over here and here using that method of series parallel combination, but we are having this formula, so we will use this formula. So in the first case, R1 is equals to 20 ohm, and in the second case R2 is this. I remains same, and here also I remains same. The value is not given, so no need to write, it will cancel out. T is also same because it is 1 minute 1 minute like in previous case. So what will be heat? H1 equals to I square R1 T, and H2 equals to I square R2 into T. Okay, so let us compare these two. H1 by H2 is equals to I square R1T divided by I square R2T. So these are cancelled because these are same, so it is R1 by R2. What is R1? It is 20, and what is R2? It is 60. So 20 by 60 is 1 by 3. So heat produced, H1 ratio H2 will be 1:3. This is the case. So in the previous case, I have the ratio of heat produced will be 3:1, and in the series case, the ratio of heat produced will be just opposite, that is 1:3. So in the case of parallel combination, like in this one, if this is 20, this is 60, in the case of parallel combination, heat produced in the case of 20 ohm resistor will be more than 60 ohm resistor, but in the series combination, heat produced in the case of 20 ohm resistor will be less as compared to 60 ohm resistor. Okay, now in this type of question, the one question which is very important to understand that arises in everybody's mind is why we have used I square RT for the series combination to find out heat, and why we have used H is equals to V square over RT for the parallel combination. Because in parallel combination, V remains same in across both the resistances. Okay, so if V is same, then only we can compare the heat then heat will be, you can say, depending upon the resistance. If V is same, then heat is inversely proportional to the resistance. Okay, and if I is same, here V is different, so we cannot compare from this formula. V is different in both the cases. For both resistances, V is different for the case of series combination. And in the case of series combination, we say that I is same, current is same. So if current is same, so heat is directly proportional to R in that case. So heat can be compared using this formula when the two resistances are in series combination, right? So similar concept will be applied for the power case also, who's having more power dissipation, in which case power dissipation will be more. If I want to find out, then the power is having the similar formulas. Power is equals to I square R and power equals to V square over R. So only T is not there. So here we are not comparing about T, because in both the cases we will be using the resistances for the same time. Okay, like in a similar manner, so power consumed or power dissipated can also be compared. If the two resistances are having this much power and this much power, then this much resistance and this much resistance, so what will be power dissipated, what will be value of the power dissipated in the case of 20 ohm resistance and in the case of 60 ohm resistance, that we can compare using these type of formulas also. Okay, so based on power formula, power is having VI, this formula, power is equals to I square R and power is equals to V square over R. These three formulas are for power, and based on these formulas we can have some type of questions like this one. Question number 2. An electric bulb is rated 220 volt and 200 watt. Power is given, and what is the resistance we have to find out. Also calculate the current flowing through it. Okay, so what are the things given? Only two things are given over here. Let us write down what is given. Question number 2, given is 220 volt, power is 200 watt. In this case we have to find out the resistance and we have to find out current flowing through it also. So we are having P, we are having V, and we are having P. Okay, so we can find out I using this first formula. So power is equals to VI, so I is equals to power upon V. So what is power? That is 200 divided by 220, so it will be approximately 0.9 amperes. So this will be the current. And what will be the resistance? To find out resistance we can use another formula, either this one or this one, any formula we can use, because we are having I also now and we are having V also now. So let's say we are using this formula, power is equals to V square divided by R. Okay, so we need to find out R, so it is R is equals to V square divided by P, that is 220 square divided by 200. Okay, this will become 220 square is 48400 divided by 200, that is how much? That is 242 ohms. This is the resistance and this is the current. So based on power, these simple type of questions can be there, and some other type of questions also. Other type of questions include the bulb type of question, in which we are having a bulb of resistance 20 ohm and of resistance 40 ohm, suppose. Okay, or we can say power is 20 watt and power is in this case 40 watt. This can be the case. For the case of bulb type of question, we can be asked that which bulb will glow more when they are connected in series or when they are connected in parallel. As we have discussed in the previous question, when we were considering the heat produced, then according to the heat produced, the power dissipated will be there. Okay, so based on the similar formulas, power is equals to I square R and power equals to V square upon R, we can find out the power dissipation when these are connected in series and when these are connected in parallel combination. When these are connected in parallel combination, so V remains same. Okay, for parallel combination, remember this, V remains same, and for series combination, I remains same. Okay, when V is same, we will be using this formula, power is equals to V square over R, and when I is same, we will be using this formula, power equals to I square R, to find out the power dissipated. Okay, or we can be asked that which bulb will glow more. Okay, so that is the same as power dissipation. Now last type of question, that is based on energy consumption, that is E is equals to P multiplied by T. Okay, so these are very simple questions in which we are given power of the devices and the time. Most important thing in this type of question to remember is what unit we are using. We can use commercial unit. Generally we use commercial unit for electrical energy consumed, that is kilowatt hour. If the power is given in watt, we have to convert it into kilowatt. If time is given in any other unit than hours, then we have to convert it into hours. Then only we can use this commercial unit, or we can use SI unit for energy consumption, that is joules. Okay, if we are using joules, then power is in watt, and time is in, should be in second. So watt second it is there for SI unit. Okay, so let's consider one example of the question. Question number 3 we can see over here. Question number 3. An electric bulb rated as 60 watt 220 volt is used for 6 hours a day. Find the amount of electrical energy consumed in kilowatt hour in the month of June. Okay, for the month of June we are having 30 days. Okay, and in a day they are giving us the data how much they are using this electric bulb. So first of all we will write down, for question number 3 we will write down power is equals to 60 watt, and for question number 3 itself we will be writing down, it is 220 volt given, and it is not required actually, but for this case time is 6 hours. Okay, and in for 1 day, it is for 1 day, so we need this and this. For energy consumed, power multiplied by time, that is 60 watt multiplied by 6 hours. Okay, if we are converting into kilowatt, then what it will be, divided by 1000. So 60 divided by 1000 is equals to 0.06 kilowatt. Okay, 0.06 kilowatt multiplied by 6 hours, so that will be kilowatt hours. So it will be 0.36 kilowatt hour, that will be equivalent to 1 unit. 1 kilowatt hour is 1 unit, so it will be, can be said as 0.36 units. Okay, so it is for 1 day. Now for 30 days, what it will be, multiplied by 30 itself. So energy consumed in 30 days will be 0.36 multiplied by 30. Okay, so it will be 10.8 kilowatt hour. So energy consumed will be this much. Okay, so for this type of question practice, we can go for another type of question, that is electrical consumption in a particular house is as follows. There are many consumption devices are given, 1 2 3 4 5 6, these are given. So in a similar manner we can solve this type of question. We have to find out the total energy consumed. If we have to find out the total energy consumed in this case, then we can find out for first, for second and for third like this, and we can add all the energy values. Okay, but remember for this case, that is 240 watt lamps. So 240 watt lamps means how much of power? It will be 40 multiplied by 2, that means 80 watt power we should use over here, and each for 5 hours. So 80 multiplied by 5, and that will be in watt. So watt hour it will be, or 0.08 multiplied by 5 kilowatt hours in a day for this one, and similarly for this one, and similarly for all the other parts, and then add up all these. For one day you can calculate and then multiply by 30, and then we have to calculate the amount of bill also. So if we calculate the amount of energy consumed or units in kilowatt hours for 30 days, we can multiply it by 2, okay, to find out the bill value. Okay, so this is how we can do the questions based on energy. Hope you understood all the types of questions. Few questions we have discussed for all the formulas, right? Hope you understood it. Thank you.